What do you think of when I say the words commitment and dedication? That's what we're talking about today as we continue to look at the 9 qualities that will help you reach your world as an ambassador for Christ. So let's start by defining what we mean by these words. Generally, we think of commitment as making a conscious decision to do something and follow through with it. Dedication is doing something like you mean it. When I was in the military, people would often say, move with a purpose. This often just meant move faster, but it applies to most situations. If you're being intentional with your words and actions, it is always better than being careless or indifferent. Commitment and dedication aren't just words, though. They are 2 choices that go hand in glove to shape how we live. Think about the things you're committed to, your family, your job, your responsibilities. Commitment requires action, consistency, and perseverance, even when things are difficult. The same is true when it comes to following Jesus. Psalm 37:5 calls us to commit our way to the Lord and to trust in Him. When we do this, God promises that He will act. That's a powerful truth. When we surrender our plans, our desires, and our future to God, He steps in and moves in ways we could never imagine. But commitment isn't passive. It requires dedication and willingness to follow wherever God leads. Look at the life of Apostle Paul. Before his transformation, Paul was committed to persecuting Christians. But after encountering Jesus on the road to Damascus in Acts 9, his entire life changed. He became completely dedicated to the mission of Christ, traveling from city to city, preaching the gospel, enduring persecution, and never wavering in his faith. Paul's commitment to Christ wasn't just a momentary decision. It was a lifelong dedication. In Mark 16:15, Jesus gives us a clear mission: go into all the world and proclaim the gospel to the whole creation. This command wasn't just for the disciples, it's for every believer. Being an ambassador for Christ means being intentional about sharing His love with others. That might look different for each of us. Some are called to missions, others to ministry, and many to share the gospel in their workplaces, schools, and communities. But the call remains the same: to be fully committed to Jesus and His mission. So what does commitment to Christ look like in your daily life? It means prioritizing time with Him, staying faithful in obedience, and stepping out in faith, even when it's uncomfortable. It means revealing His truth not just through words, but through our actions, showing kindness, love, and grace to those around us. You can see this particularly well in your relationships. Now, I committed to being married to my wife and loving her for the rest of my life, but without intentional actions, what good is it? Just as Jesus was dedicated to saving us, we are called to be dedicated to living for Him by walking with commitment and dedication in relationships. Commit your way to the Lord today by taking an intentional step of faith. Here's your challenge. I want you to choose 2 people in your life that you have made a commitment to. It could be a spouse, a sibling, or even an employer. Then I want you to do at least one new thing every day to show your dedication to them. Could be doing a household chore or saying a kind word, or just spending a little extra time on something that matters to them. It's a small step, but one that could encourage someone and open the door for deeper conversations about faith. Remember, commitment and dedication to Christ is a daily choice. Keep trusting, keep sharing, and keep walking in His purpose.